Hello, welcome back to Deconstructing with Dawn. I wanted to share with you guys like a fun kind of video about the today in history, and it just so happens to be that we're just like a little bit drunk. So it's going to be like today in history, drunk day in history. Today also is the February 3rd, 2019, the 57,000th, 50 millionth, 53rd Super Bowl between the Rams, Los Angeles Rams, who are turncoats. They went from LA to St. Louis, back to LA. I don't care. I don't like them. I was born and raised in LA. I don't care. I don't like them. But this guy likes them. Anyway, they played the cheaters, the Patriots. No offense. But the game sucked. It was so boring. Like, no scoring. And lowest scoring, like, ever. I think. So this will also go down in the history of lowest scoring games. So this might be important later on, right? So, and then the halftime was horrible because, like, you couldn't hear it, and it was stupid, and like, had all kinds of crazy things going on, and Maroon 5, you couldn't hear them anyway, and SpongeBob, my son is, like, totally butthurt because SpongeBob didn't get, like, total, like SpongeBob wasn't there to perform, therefore he hates the halftime. So millennials, right? Anyway, so and then what else happened? The food sucked, but that's not your fault. Like, I don't know. Like, we're on keto and I got cupcakes and it says buttercream and the cupcakes are awful. Anyway, so like, you cheated for nothing. Like you had a one-night stand with a cupcake and you got pregnant, right? So it sucks. Anyway, and so I wanted to do this like fun thing, like a day in history drunk version. And so for Christmas, we bought this with Christmas money from his father. So his father got us drunk. Anyway, so it's like this, what is this? Jim Beam, which, you know, we're not from Ireland, but I'm from Ireland, and we've been to Ireland, and so we're like snobs when it comes to Irish whiskey, and so we're not used to American whiskey, and this was not a good thing to try, because
12 bottles.
12 little bottles. A couple of them are duplicates, like this is vanilla, and that's what we're drinking right now, but we drinking like a whole bunch of these things. And anyway, so you open up like here's number 9. I think we've opened number 9. You open up number 9 and it's whatever this bottle is, which is I don't know what I can't even read it.
I don't have my glasses
Anyway,
on.
that's a bottle of whatever this is right there. And it gives you instructions on how to make a fancy drink with it and that kind of thing. But we've been through like 8 of these bottles to share. So, and then they're only these little 50 millimeters, so they're not a lot, but we're like lightweights. Anyway, so we're drunk. Or I'm drunk. I think he's drunk. But anyway, so we've had a lot of these things. And so we decided that our son was going to give us a day in history, and we would totally try to remember it. He just read us like maybe a page of a history lesson, and after we're done, you know, he'll correct us in case we're wrong. So I got February 3rd, 1924, and it is the day that Woodrow Wilson died. He was the first, no. Yeah. Okay, so Woodrow Wilson died February 3rd, 1924, and he was the first president to be a Democrat in the new century of the 20th century. And just in case you ever forget this, the 19th, when you're in the 1900s, it's actually the next century. So the 1900s is actually the 20th century. That's how you remember stuff. That's how I remember it. So I don't know why. But like Def Leppard.
18.
Right, that's so stupid.
20 means 19.
Yeah, 20th century means
because
1900s.
The first century was 0 to 100.
And so it's moved. Anyway, I always get hung up on it because of Def Leppard. They have a song called 21st Century Go-Go Girl or whatever like that. I always thought, well, we're not even in the 21st century, but now we are in the 21st century because it's 2000 whatever. Anyway, so February 3rd, 1924, Woodrow Wilson, who I'm sure is a cousin because I have like a bajillion cousins that are presidents and vice presidents. Anyway, he died today.
What war did he serve in?
And he served in World War I.
From 1970.
From, I don't know whenever he served, but he was the president during World War I. and he died today. But he, most importantly, what like his claim to fame was, he fought against or whatever in the election. Shut up! I'm trying to remember this stuff. He fought against William Taft, who I don't know if he's from California, but I know we have a Taft, California, so I'm not sure why we have a Taft, California,
not
Taft,
Cal.
California, but he fought against him, whatever, for the election. Something about a bull moose party, which is something else. And Theodore Roosevelt, he also went against him. And it was like 24% William Taft, 27% Theodore Roosevelt, and 28% Woodrow Wilson. And he ended up being, like, he won or something. I don't know why he won, but like he won. I don't know what year it was that he won, but he won. Anyway, he was the first. No. He was the second Democratic winner of that 20th century, and he served during World War One. Like, what is that? Like, whatever. He was a president, and that was it, and that's fine. So
He'll explain what she meant.
anyway, cheers to Woodrow Wilson. Now he gets to do his.
I thought I need to explain before we go on.
My son
no.
will explain whatever I did wrong later.
Okay.
FYI, my son is a political science major, so these things are freaking boring because he's like not a major. What is it when you already graduate?
I am a historian.
He's a political science historian.
Can I drink
He has
on
a
camera?
degree in this crap, so he'll know what I'm
Yes.
talking about. So now we go to my husband, who is now going to tell you whatever happened today.
Okay, I cheated. I didn't go that far back in history. 1966, on this date, February 3rd, the Russians had a soft landing, not a hard landing. Don't know what the difference is.
Means they didn't go bam blow up.
They didn't crash into the moon. They landed on the moon. Guess that's the difference between hard and soft.
What is the soft landing? See, I wasn't listening.
Just keep going.
What is a soft landing on the...
It means they didn't
We changed
crash.
our mind. We're going to Mars.
Oh God. Keep
Okay,
going. Keep
so-
going.
Apparently, they were leading the space race, but didn't win it because they didn't get a man to the moon. They got a dog in space before we got an animal in space. They got a computer in space. They got a soft landing. That was going to be sexual. I'll keep that out. So they didn't get hard. They got soft.
We're breaking all kinds of rules. We're drinking, and now
I apologize
now
to
we just
anyone
need
who
to
was
cuss,
offended.
and we'll just like ruin this completely.
So we win the space race because we got a man on the moon. Was that a hard or soft
that was
landing?
later.
The
though.
reason why we won the race.
Hold on, you get to do
Wait,
your
wait,
part
wait.
when you're
Wait.
sober.
We didn't have a man on the moon until
that
69.
was it, basically. Right.
It was like 69, so what
Yeah.
the hell were we doing?
We
there?
won the race because we got a man there, but they got to the moon first. So basically, like, they got the car there, but you don't win
We
until
drove
you get a
around?
man there.
Oh.
And
Right.
so to continue on the real reason for victory, we got a man to the moon.
You're not supposed to be going yet. This is
We're
still the joke
going.
part.
Go on. What else? So we gotta.
So that was basically it, though. That was all my thing. The Russians landed on the moon, had a
I
soft
think
landing
I
on the moon.
win because I had more facts, and mine
Was harder?
was more harder.
Because it was
he
funnier
born
for you
in
to say World
66?
War Wilson on
No,
World War
because
One.
you were born in 66. I had to remember 24.
Not until
You gotta
July.
remember a cousin.
And I had to remember a cousin. I have relatives.
2 cousins.
I'm invested in World War Wilson
Yeah.
and World
She's
War
related
One.
to history. I just
So
remember it.
that
I'm old.
is today in history. World War Wilson died today, and the
Russians had a soft landing.
in 66 and 24. And the Super Bowl sucked. Go Cardinals.
Totally. Go
Anyway,
Rams!
Go Cardinals. Anyway,
I was gonna go Chargers.
so we're going to stop this, and then we're going to have my son explain.
No. You
No?
guys are gonna be reacting to relearning what I already told you.
So my director is changing things up.
So, Woodrow Wilson died on 1924, February 3rd. He was the 28th President of the United States, serving from
28%.
1913 to 1921.
So not
He
28%.
led the nation through World War I, which lasted from 1914 till 1918. The United States didn't get involved with the war till 1917.
So for 1 year he.
Yes, we literally just walked in when everyone was dead tired with our tanks and said, "You guys are done. Have a great day."
So you got a pat on the back for nothing.
Yes.
Be like the third team to the Super Bowl.
Woodrow Wilson was the second president to ever be a Democrat after the Civil War occurred,
Which still wouldn't be the 20th century.
which everyone in American eyes, Democrats were viewed unpopular during that time because of the Civil War, and he was the first Democratic president of the 19th century or 20th century.
First, second. Okay.
Yeah, he was the first of the 20th, second Democrat since Civil
After
War.
Civil War.
Yes.
But I thought you said that the Democrats were Republicans and the Republicans were Democrats.
Actually, at this time, the Democrats and Republicans were very similar. The big distincting difference between parties at the time was Southern Democrats. Democrats and Republicans were all progressive, really, because that's what everyone wanted. They wanted people to regulate our food. They wanted people to make sure that the government's
But where do
helping
the
the people.
bull knuckle people come from?
The
Bull moose.
bull moose people
Or
were
knuckle. Camel toe.
Oh no, bull knuckle! That comes from
Okay,
Andy
okay.
Cohen. Sorry, we were interrupted by the oldest child probably calling to say that the Super Bowl sucked.
Okay. Once again, Bull Moose Party belonged to Theodore Roosevelt. It was a progressive party because Theodore Roosevelt didn't like how William Taft was running the government.
Hey, Mom and I are doing a video right now. A drunk day in history, so we'll call you
I'll
back.
call you back.
Love you.
So Theodore Roosevelt created a party to run against the Republicans because he didn't believe in what William Taft was doing. He didn't agree with what the Republicans were doing.
Sweetheart?
You're not recording.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, but only 40 seconds.
Right.
So do we have to
We have to
edit it all
splice-
together?
you
yeah.
have to splice it together. And you're making me sleepy.
Okay. William
That's the alcohol.
Howard Taft was the
Ken's
Republican nominee. He got 23% of the vote. Roosevelt got 27% of the vote. So the Republican, in a sense, got how much? 51%
Wait, what?
of the vote.
Too much
Who was
math.
a Republican?
Republican was William Taft.
And
That's not what you said.
they split the vote.
Yeah, they split the vote. The two
What?
were Republican presidents that
Wait.
one needed
Okay,
to
and
Wait,
none
wait,
of
wait,
that
wait,
was
wait,
about
wait.
today.
No. You said so Taft and
Roosevelt.
Robinson or Roosevelt were Republican?
Yes, but Roosevelt, because he couldn't get the Republican
Kind of like an
nomination,
independent running.
he went
But
independent.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt was Democrat.
Yes.
He
His
was opposite
cousin-
of his cousin?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Because, like I was saying, the Democrats and Republicans were actually very similar at this
Well,
time.
he's no Kennedy.
The Democrats and Republicans were very similar at this time because the only real
progressivism
distincting difference
of them.
was the Southern Democrats, who were the traditional secessionists that still were angry about the Civil War and how that went, and civil rights were bad to them.
Okay, people are getting bored.
Okay, and then Woodrow Wilson won with 42%. So the other two, if they would have just agreed to give one of them the party, would have won by at least 51%.
So not 28%.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
There was a 28 in that story.
There was a 28.
And he wrote the 14 points, which was a peace resolution.
You didn't say that.
I did say
History's
that.
You
got
did say
way too many numbers.
You
What-
said 14.
14 points peace resolution by Woodrow Wilson to try to enable
And again, had
long-lasting
absolutely
peace.
nothing to do with today's date.
But it has something to do with the person who died today.
Okay.
I don't remember that.
Was I supposed to talk all about the history of Russia? Or just
no,
the
you're supposed
space
to talk
program?
about the space race. Because that
Okay,
was the
so
theme.
now on to Russia.
So
Because they're going to be American soon.
the Soviet Union Luna 9 landed on the moon.
Oh, you
with a
forgot Luna
soft-
9. That was important.
The
I
actual
win.
name of it, yeah.
See?
He forgot Luna 9.
He was given the day. He was given the whole date. Because he was born in 66. He forgot.
in
an
July.
important- I don't care. He was in his mother's womb. And he heard this stuff going down.
Okay, so the Luna 9 landed with a soft landing on the moon. A soft landing is
That's so funny to us.
a landing in which the spacecraft is
Didn't
able to
crash
take
into the
off
moon.
again.
Okay.
Oh,
A
you
hard
mean
landing is it's there, it's staying.
so like the lunar eclipse dude or whatever his name is that landed on Mars?
Neil
he
Armstrong.
stayed there. No, the Mars lunar
Rover.
The
rover.
lunar lander, yes.
Lunar lander.
Lunar lander.
No.
Mooner lander.
Rover, whatever you wanna
Rover
call
lander. It stayed there. So if you stay there, it's called a soft landing.
No.
No, basically it's the impact. As in one is a controlled, okay, we made it. The other's like, we made it.
Okay, well, the rover was a soft landing, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
As in it's a landing that you can walk away from.
Hold
compared
on.
to a landing where that really hurt.
Okay, so when they landed in '69, was that hard or soft?
It was soft because they did take off again.
Yeah, they were able
But
to take
there were
off.
people-
But they landed there and
But-
they landed a flag.
But there were people, yeah, they
But if
planted.
you ask Neil Armstrong, it was a hard landing because things went wrong.
It was
we
hard
can't
'cause they
ask him because
planted.
he's dead. So is John Glenn.
Okay.
We have a street called John Glenn in our city.
And the reason for us having the target of landing on the moon was because on May 25th, 1961,
Science project on steroids.
in a special joint conference or joint meeting of Congress and
I don't remember
Senate,
this.
John F.
Because
Kennedy
you weren't born yet.
stated that we would have a man on the moon by the end of the decade.
69. July.
He
In the
passed
60s.
away before that time, so Nixon gets credit for having the first man on the moon.
Nixon was president in 69 still?
Yep.
Kennedy was killed in 64. When did 69 come around? I mean,
Remember?
5 years after. Because
There-
Lyndon
numbers
B.
again in
Johnson
history.
served out
oh,
his term.
Lyndon, then
Right.
Tricky Dick.
Lyndon B. Johnson
Yeah.
had 1 year and then had his second
And
term.
then he actually
Oh.
got
and
reelected.
then Nixon, it was his
Oh.
first year, roughly, as
So
president
Nixon got credit for
for the
whatever.
first man on the moon.
So all he got so far was the date and the soft landing,
Yes.
In
so
Russia.
He focused a lot
and
on.
that it was Russia.
And that there was a space race, which was basically a
He
scientific
didn't say
competition.
space race. He did not.
Oh,
say
you did
space-
not?
Yeah.
He did not say the
did
word
not.
space race. No, he didn't.
Did not.
You did not say the word
We'll rewind.
space. You said there was like a
You
competition.
did focus on the fact that there was a dog. That was
Yeah.
the first one. And the puppies of that dog was actually a puppy given to John F. Kennedy. And his
But
his
he was
daughter.
dead. How
no,
did
he
he-
was alive at the time when the dog went to
66?
space.
Oh, 60.
Oh, no, 66
dog-
was when
No,
we
no, no,
landed.
no, 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 no.
The dog was first thing shot up into space.
Yes.
It didn't actually go to the moon.
We
But
sent
he
a
died
monkey
in
second.
64. So how did he
Yes.
get a dog 2 years later?
No,
This was
earlier.
before all that. This is the
The
Oh.
dog
the
went
landing.
up into space years
Literally,
before
just getting
something,
up into
anything
orbit
landed
is
on the
called
moon.
space.
Okay.
And so you got the dog right, and you got a computer technically right. It was the first satellite, Sputnik.
Okay.
And it's all the space race all started with the first ever ICBM,
Okay,
Intercontinental.
but you see,
Ballistic
yeah,
Missile.
that was sending up a missile. Then we sent up, or they sent up a
A dog.
computer.
Somebody
then they
sent up a
dog.
monkey.
Yeah.
Who sent up a monkey?
We sent
We
up
sent
the
a
dog.
monkey.
Because that was more like a human.
Okay, I win.
Yes.
'Cause
So
mine related to
technically, well, your facts were wrong. You missed facts. So if I was to grade you on a paper, Mom,
You failed. I got incomplete.
you got a 46%.
I take that as a win.
And Dad, you got a 26%.
I won this day in history.
Because you avoided
Plus,
Drunk
he's
day
a
in
Rams
history.
fan and
you
he lost
avoided
anyway.
your topic altogether of the Luna 9. So strike one.
Exactly, that was important. The
You
lunar.
failed to mention space race. Strike two.
Duh. That was important.
And you had no mention of the president who kind of started all this altogether. Mom had all three presidents.
None of that had to do with today's date.
My
It
guy
has
died.
a lot to do with today's
Woodward
date.
Wilson died today.
And you had Luna, the first lunar
can't even say
soft
his
landing.
name.
Woodward Wilson.
Russians had a soft landing on today's date
You were focused.
on the moon. Boom, nailed it.
And that's all she wrote, folks. But
All right.
Dawn,
I won.
Rick loses.
Just so you
Just
know.
like the Rams.
We're incredible.
Happy wife, happy life.
He lost. Anyway, so that
Hey.
is today's day.
So both R's lost a day, and both D's lost a day.
Both D's lost today.
Patriots are a bunch of dicks.
Oh, you can't say that.
Hey, it's well past the 3-minute mark.
Anyhow,
You said Tricky Dick.
I said Tricky Dick, but his name was Dick. Your grandfather's name was Dick. If I said Dick, I could say Dick.
Have a great
Anyway,
day, everyone.
Thank you, and what was I gonna say? Like, thanks so much
Deconstructing
for
with
watching Deconstructing with Dawn. This is my husband Rick, by the way. Just not some drunk guy that stopped by today. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.